You also do optimization per phone call, right?
Well, we have another product that's our other flagship product, which is called eZanga SEM. And for the average business who's not on the internet or who's on the internet not doing a great job or doesn't have the time to manage it, the first place you have to be as a customer is Google, Yahoo, and MSN. And the reason for that is that's where everybody is. I mean, 98% of the searching population tends to hit those sites. So if you're not advertising online, or if you are, you have to be in those places. So especially we have a lot of small mom and pop shops, small businesses that are locally targeted, like heating and air conditioning companies, electrical companies, automotive companies. They want to target their audience in an area, and their main focus is really a phone call. That's where they make the majority of their money, is of when somebody picks up the phone and calls up and say, hey, I need my air conditioning fixed. It's very rare that somebody is going to go online and fill out a form to say, I'd like to get my air conditioning fixed. Usually if it's broke and you're in the summer, you want somebody on the phone, you want to know how soon they can get to your location. Definitely. So most tracking modules do not allow you to track the phone call. It's very difficult to track. What's more important is being able to track. I mean, it's very easy. If somebody calls in, hey, how'd you hear about us? I saw you on Google. All right, you can guess that they did it. We need to know, not only did it come from Google, Yahoo, or MSN, which keyword did it come from, what time zone, which zip code, so that we can use that data to optimize to generate more phone calls for the user and get rid of keywords or advertising budgets or positions that don't work to generate those phone calls for them.
Right.
So for the same budget.
Work out of it and hone in on where it's coming from.
Yeah, so if we can isolate what happens, 9 times out of 10, we usually are able to double the number of leads or phone calls we can generate for a company within 3 months of launching their campaign with the same budget.
That's outstanding. And do you also provide full reporting to these companies who are your clients? It
actually gets pretty intense. The reporting we give them is if you're an advanced search engine marketing person and you want to know the click rates of every single keyword, we don't get that detail because it's kind of overkill for the average customer that uses this platform. What we do give them, though, is we can actually show them how many phone calls were generated, how many people visited the site, how many people submitted emails or submitted forms off their website. But what's really good is not only do we track the phone calls, we can actually give you the reverse phone number information on there. So if you missed the phone call or if you wanted to market to people through snail mail, you have that information available. And then the most important piece is we actually record the phone call as well. So they can actually listen to the phone call, especially if they're not the person answering the phone.
Wow.
And that is great. Yeah, basically you're telling them what they want to hear, what they want to know.
Right. So now what happens is a lot of our clients, what they tend to do, especially if the person answering the phone is not the owner, they use that information for training, and then they're able to take those recorded phone calls and share them with the staff to make sure that they're answering the calls properly.
And so you're really able to show your client companies what their return on investment is down to the phone call.
Oh, yeah, we know it exactly. So we know for sure if it works or it doesn't work. So it's either good or bad from us.
Well, you can then suggest changes to the campaign at that point, right?
Well, we constantly like I said, we make real-time changes for the clients on a daily basis. We're constantly making changes to do whatever we can to make it succeed. But at the end of the day, if a customer's spending some money with us and it's not generating any business, it doesn't work. Nothing works 100% for everybody. There are very rare situations where we get online. I'll give you an example. We had an insurance company who was located in South Delaware, and we knew it was going to be an issue because the area that they were targeting was a population of about 30,000, and according to the stats that we had, about 70% of it was vacationers. So most people who have a vacation home don't usually have internet access on a computer. They usually had a vacation.
Right.
So it was very difficult. So basically, they wanted to spend $1,000 a month, which is a small budget, but for that area was overkill. We had a hard time spending $50 a month.
Oh, wow. Isn't that interesting?
There just wasn't people down there.
Yeah. Well, you guys are so thorough. This is great. I'm excited to hear about you guys being out there because this would be a great resource for a lot of people. And like you said, I mean, what did you say? You're a seventh of the size of Google? As far as
their volume is, yeah, because I think last I heard they were somewhere between 75 and 80 billion. It's hard to know exactly how many searches they're doing worldwide. So they're between 75 and 80 billion searches a month, and we're right between 11 and 12 billion.
See, isn't that funny? That what was amazing to me about that is that's just knowing how big Google is, to be able to say you're a seventh of the size of them is still pretty dang big.
Yeah, my only concern is I would love to say we'll have 1/7 the size of their customer base. That would be cool.
Sounds like you're on your way to that.
Well, we got a far cry from that, but we're working hard.
Oh, well, good. Well, thank you so much for being with us today and sharing about eZanga. I think a lot of people are going to be excited to hear about this.
Oh, thanks for having me.
And we're excited to be able to help spread the word. So.
Great.
Well, hopefully we'll have you back someday when you won't get too big. The bigger you get, it sounds like you're growing fast. So we'd love to hear about your growth later on.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, take care, Rich.
Thanks again.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and you're listening to Everything Internet on AM 1190.